What is up, guys? It's me, BMM Bryce, back here, and I'm gonna do with a movie review today. You know, not the usual, but I just saw Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, and I'm gonna kind of go through a bit of a review. So, beginning was, I believe it was just the origin of Batman carrying out the caskets. By the way, this is spoilers. So they had the caskets carrying his parents, and they went to the origin and whatever, how his parents got shot. And personally, I thought that was a very well done scene. It really kind of captured, the emotion with his parents dying and such. So that was a good scene. And then he's running in the woods, and then he keeps falling down, and then eventually he falls down the ditch, and then that's where he finds the bats. And then what I didn't really like, and I think you heard this probably a lot from if you've watched reviews of the movie already. The bats, they picked them up, and it didn't make any sense to me. But, that's just me. Whatever. I'm a bit picky about that. So then, next shows Ben Affleck as Batman growing up, and he's just going through the city, and he has like a hotel or something, and then it's showing like Superman and General Zod fighting, like destroying the entire fucking city. Like, goddamn, settle down. And Batman was just chasing it, and then the guy in the Wayne Hotel died because the Superman laser beaming the hotel. And then he found a little girl, and then he saved the little girl from getting crushed by a tower or something. And then he asked where her mom was, and then she pointed up to the destroyed building. So then that's kind of how he gets pissed at Superman for just killing a bunch of innocent people. Not on purpose. And all of a sudden it heads to Africa, I think. Wait, no, they find a big stone in kryptonite first, but that's not important shit. But they found some kryptonite, and then they go to Africa with a bunch of terrorists or something. I don't know. There's a Russian guy, and then he becomes some part of the movie. I don't know. Lois Lane and some other dude. The other guy got shot. And the Russians, there's 3 white guys, and then they killed everybody in the village. And then Superman comes down and kills the guy that was just about to kill Lois Lane, and then Superman gets blamed on for this whole village being killed. So that just aggravates Batman even more. I don't know how that else happened. So after that, he goes back into the trial. They had this whole trial thing. Something happened in between it. Batman was branding people to send a message to Superman, I think. I don't know what the hell the branding thing was before, but so then Superman goes back, and then he has this whole trial about it, and then they go to the Lex Luthor party, and then Batman steals something, meets Wonder Woman, but you don't actually know it's Wonder Woman yet. So he meets Wonder Woman, and then she steals a bunch of stuff, and then he takes it back from her, and then he gets pictures, and those come up way later in the film. So then they go to the Lex Luthor party. He's hacking stuff. I don't know. So then they go to DC for this Superman trial, and the crippled guy who was part of the Wayne Hotel attack thing. Some crippled guy, I think he was carrying the bomb. Lex Luthor planted a bomb into the whole courthouse thing, and then the whole Capitol blows up, and they're blaming it on Superman, and then Superman disappears for a while from being seen from other people. He goes to the farm in Smallville, talk with his mom, and he goes climbs a mountain. And then he's talking to his dad, but it's a dream thing. There's a lot of dreams, and it's Flash and the paradox. There's a paradox thing, a Flashpoint paradox. If you've ever seen the DC animated films, he's in that. You don't know it yet, but he is. That's what's causing all the dreams in the movie, is because Flash is kind of going through time. So anyways, he goes, talks to his dad, then he goes to the Smallville, talks to his mom, and then they're getting ready to fight. Batman like training. Holy Jesus, Ben Affleck is freaking jacked. Like, I realize the suit makes him feel a little bigger, but Ben Affleck alone, like, there's a whole like 5 minute training scene. That dude's ripped, like ripped. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. He's freaking ripped for. He made him look really old too. Ben Affleck's so good. I'm getting sidetracked. Anyways, Lex Luthor ends up kidnapping Superman's mom, Martha. Of course, fucking Martha. It's bullshit towards the end, but you know, not worrying about that yet. So then he kidnaps her, and then Lex Luthor convinces. He's like, "Tell Superman you have an hour to bring me Batman's head, and if you do, your mom is fine. But if you don't, she dies." So then he goes to Batman, and they kick the living shit out of each other. The Batman uses a bunch of like kryptonite traps. At first, they didn't work worth a damn. Like the gas thing kind of did the most. Then he started kicking the shit out of Superman, and then Superman started kicking the shit out of him. And then they go into some abandoned building. I think they're in the abandoned building the whole time. What the fuck am I talking about? But he's about to stab him with the kryptonite spear. And then Lois Lane came in and said, "Don't," because, oh yeah, he was saying, "Save Martha." And then Batman was like, "Who is she? Who's Martha?" And then all that, you know, bullshit. Don't mind my Batman impression. No, I know. Anyways, so then all of a sudden, because both their moms' names is Martha, apparently they're on a team now. And so then they go to find Lex Luthor in the whole, like, there's this like Krypton ship thing. He made Doomsday, and by God Almighty, Doomsday looked like a badass. Like, they made him look freaking sick. Like, God. Like, at first he was just all gray, and like, I was like, really, this is Doomsday? But then like, Superman brings him up to space, okay? Like, he's just like, and then like nuke him, and like Superman like got stunned or something. He was in space for a bit, and like Doomsday came all the way down, and like a bunch of like shrapnel came out of him, and Doomsday looked badass. He started beating the shit out of him, and then so Batman tried to bring him back to the city to get the kryptonite spear because they're on some like abandoned island or something. I don't know. So they go back to the city to get the kryptonite spear, and like he's in a Batmobile, and he just completely crashes into like a building. So then like he's like trying to get his like seatbelt. He looks up, Doomsday's right there. He's like, "Oh shit!" And then like Doomsday's about to freaking wreck him, and then Wonder Woman comes out of nowhere and just like starts beating that. Like, Wonder Woman kicked ass. Like, she was only in the movie for like 15 minutes. I can't wait for the Wonder Woman movie now, because Wonder Woman was badass. Like, oh my God. So then they're going through that. They fight a lot, and like the spear was in the water because Lois like put the spear in the water for some reason. I have no idea why she did it. The Superman like almost drowns getting the spear out of there, almost dies, and then he brings it. Spoiler alert: he brings it. He goes to stab Doomsday in the chest with it. Superman dies. Okay, it's like he dies, but I don't think he does, because in the animated film he died, but then he came back. Superhero logic, and so he died. And then I think this happened before the fight, but like Wonder Woman's going through like a bunch of the videos of other superheroes, and like shows you the guys that are getting in the Justice League. So they got Aquaman being like the Roman Reigns Aquaman thing. Like, he looks exactly like Roman Reigns. Aquaman, it looks actually really cool though. Like, I like the way they made him look. Like, I don't know why they had to make him Samoan. They could have just made him the white blonde guy that he's supposed to be. Whatever. Then they had Flash, which I was confused because it's like a Hispanic guy for Flash. But I was like, why couldn't they just use the one from the TV show? Because they already have a TV show, Flash. I don't know why they just didn't use him. And then there was Cyborg, and he's like in the back, like his chest was completely gone. He was like a arm and his head, and then you just saw like all the metal kind of cling on to him, and then the video stops. So then they fight, and then after the fight, Superman dies. And Batman and Wonder Woman talking. Wonder Woman, I can speak a lot. And Batman and Wonder Woman talking about forming the Justice League. And Lois grabs like a handful of dirt, and she just puts it on the Superman coffin. And then at the end, kind of zooms in on the coffin, and then the dirt starts to rise. So Superman never really died. Not surprised. And that's just how the movie ends. I obviously didn't go into grave detail on what happened because it is like a 3-hour movie. It would take me literally 3 hours to explain every little detail that happened. So that was just kind of my half-ass review on it. If you liked it, leave a comment, subscribe for more, and I might do some more movie reviews. Thank you guys so much. And